Why is the Jeep angry? Good morning, YouTube. Look at that sky. Threatening rain. Look at this wonderful find. My claim is, look at this bed frame. Americans are too fat for the bed. That freaking thing has been out of shape, and this is so common. Tripod anywhere, right? Looks like it's been sitting there for a little while. Left an indent in the grass. Yeah, it's about, I don't know, about 75 degrees. And kind of rainy out. Let's see what we find. Come take a ride with me. Let's go around and find nothing. That's how it's been working lately. I don't know, I had like a plasticky bag on the dashboard with a door handle in it and whatnot. I still do, but I had a different one, and it seemed like it worked pretty good. like a CTA bus. Chicago Transit Authority, the public bus. They go to hit the brake, and it's like seems like it takes forever for those things to slow down. So I just found a box fan there for the Dream. Alright, on to the next. Who knows? Let's go driving around a little bit and see what we find. What's this guy got? Look at that lovely couple. Look at that lovely couple. They're holding hands. They're holding hands. Kingdom, that's what you should be doing. They're holding hands. Back, but I'm not going to now. I'm kind of wondering if I missed the boat already on selling my home. Well, of course the thing's not paid off, and I don't have credit, so that means I wouldn't be able to buy anything involving a bank or a mortgage company, because my credit is like a 300 score or something like that, so that would be a big no dog. The reason why I'm saying missed out on selling the house is because it looks like the home selling frenzy looks like it's cooled down quite a bit. You know, because the value of the dollar is gone so high, and the interest rates, they've climbed, so that makes borrowing money much more expensive for a potential home buyer. But I can't let that stop me. It just means price up so I can get the best dollar for it, which I always end up getting in an argument with the wife over. Oh, we're fixing it up for the next people and not for us. How do you win against that argument? We're not. I always try to tell her, I go, no, we're not fixing it up for the next people. We're fixing it up for us so that we get the best dollar. Okay? She doesn't get the concept. Oh, you never fixed it for us, but you're willing to. Okay. More poor people. Basically, I'm a scrapper, and she works a minimum wage job. Okay? So, the both of us together we are insane for attempting constantly to try and live a middle-class life on minimum wage jobs. I mean, that doesn't lend itself to happiness. What lends itself to happiness is being content. If you want to have a minimum wage job, then live that lifestyle, okay? Don't force yourself into a middle class lifestyle and expectancies. Trying to be like, as if, hey, nothing's wrong here. We're good. You're good. It's all good. No. We have poverty shit jobs, so just embrace the fact that if you don't want to or cannot improve upon your income, then accept the fact that you're going to need to live a lower class lifestyle. Forcing yourself into trying to be middle class and not having the ability to sustain it. It's not possible. Okay, my wife has been driving my mother-in-law's car. Okay, all over the place because that's what she does. You know, work, and then she takes the girls to dance, and then drives to grandma's house, and all this driving that goes on. Well, it puts a lot of wear and tear on the car. All right, and that's what happened to the Volvo. The Volvo just stopped running. I think the fuel pump went out, but I don't know. I'm not a Volvo mechanic. Anyway, that's been broken for like 4 or 5 months. So she's been driving the mother-in-law's car, and the brake power booster went out, and the tires were worn bald to the point where you could see the thread. All normal wear and tear type of things, but then replacing those parts is expensive. Okay, that's fine. It's expensive for everybody, but you need a job that can sustain that. Or don't drive so much and give the car back to grandma. Okay, because I mean, it's like one problem is fixed with a temporary patch to fix another problem that nobody's got time to get around to fixing. Alright? If I go and fix the Volvo, okay, I'm not sure exactly what's wrong, so I'm going to be farting around, figuring it out, yada yada, and I could see me spending 4 days figuring it out. And I could see me spending another 4 days, once I figured it out, trying to get it fixed. So I could running right or running at all. Okay? So then I missed out on a week's worth of income because I concentrated my effort on getting it going. Like, I guess if it sits there long enough, I could like pick away at it, and you know, every now and then when I get like 10 minutes here or half an hour there, tinker on it, but you know, that hasn't happened. Plus the fuel pump for those, I've checked them out, and the prices all over the place. Like Rock Auto wants like 200 and something, and AutoZone wants like, I don't know, 200 and something. In the meantime, you gotta drive the car even more, okay? Because now, if you want to take a hot shower or a warm shower at that, you have to drive over to grandma's house. That's 20 miles away. So that's a 40-mile trip, round trip, to take a shower. That's a lot of gasoline. Because the water heater, it went out the other day, stopped working. Alright? I'll grab $1,200 to have somebody come over and install one. Kingdom, go online and you can see video. I suck at that stuff. Don't know how to sweat copper pipe. Oh, it's easy. All you got. I tried it before. I had a crappy house in Oakland, Illinois, and at somebody's suggestion, I installed copper pipe. I bought like probably a couple $100 worth of copper pipe, and I tried sweating that stuff. It had leaks everywhere. I got so pissed off. I smashed all the copper pipe, bent and twisted it, and scrapped it. I think I got like, I don't know, this was like 10 years ago. I think I got like $30 for it after spending a couple $100 on it. It's worth about $30 in scrap. So then this genius gets, I get natural gas line pipe, you know, the steel pipe that's not galvanized, because it's cheaper than the steel galvanized. Well, there's something. And we had rusty water forever. You had to run the water for about 5 minutes until you purged all the rust out. Stealth scrapper. He thinks he's sneaky. Yeah, so anyway, there's no water heater now. And it's about $1,200 to $1,400 to have one installed. The kind our house has, it's electric. It's not natural gas powered. So yeah, that's a problem. Oh, come on, Kingdom. The electric ones are easier to install than the gas ones. Yes and no. All that I know is the plumber doesn't charge any less. So it's going to be cold water for a long time. Long time. It's simply not getting replaced. Not straight away. Oh, a weed picking mill. Oh, she got up. Damn it. voice dropped. No, there's scrap on the streets again. This is a loser's game. You can't win. I shut the motor off because this could be a while. This is a loser's game. You cannot win. Even the floor on the truck is rusted so bad that when you get in and out, the floor goes. How the heck am I going to get that up there? This should be epic. There you go. AntMan view. What's the best angle? Take that out, lighten a little bit. This is the part that's epic. One of these days it's not going to work out so well. The king will fall and break his crown, and I'll be a vegetarian. I mean, I'll be a vegetable. I mean, I did that on purpose. I'll be paralyzed. I'll be a vegetarian. Kingdom, a vegetarian is somebody that doesn't eat meat. The door lock doesn't work very well. Yeah, really slam it. Living with it broken. That's the other thing. When a car or truck of mine breaks down and it's something more than just like a flat tire, it tends to stay broken for quite a while, because on such a low wage, even if you have the money, you can't always afford the time, because the time doesn't exist. And I know people everywhere say you make time. Man, if I could make time, I would be a trillionaire many times over, because that's what I would set up an operation that manufactured time. I would be the best time maker that anybody ever could be. Oh, look at the older MILF. When they hear the truck going by, they very nonchalantly take a duck. That's the second time that one like pulled back into the garden and sort of halfway disappeared. They're afraid of you, Kingdom. Okay, so I went to that Tobacco Road tire shop today and spent 2 hours sleeping in the car waiting for the place to open, and they never did. And it was pouring rain out yesterday, and I was supposed to fix the brakes on my truck, which are grinding, and have now damaged or rather destroyed the rotor. Alright? There's a classic case of me. The rotor is either damaged or destroyed. I suspect it's destroyed now, but I'm not going to take it out of service. I'm just going to throw some pads on it, because getting another rotor, I can hear the counter argument. Well, just hear me out. Getting another rotor is going to take a lot of time. I can hear all the counter arguments of needing to do the work more often. What? Wait a minute. Because I'm so freaking incompetent. When I go and put a new rotor on cars, a lot of times I don't adjust the bearings correctly, grease them properly or whatever, and I end up with damaged wheel bearings on a brand new rotor because I tightened the spindle nut too much or didn't tighten it enough. And now I'm down to one truck, okay? And that's where the big problem is. This can't be broken down at all. So I could spend maybe half an hour changing out the pads. That's the time allotment I got for myself. Anything more than that, no, I can't do it. Can't do it, dude. So what do you think about that? Putting that dishwasher up there? It's classic, huh? Yeah, every time I switch the turn signal on to make a left-hand turn, I look at the light and it's blinking like really fast because the light is still burned out on the back. Oh, and I really would need an empty truck at this point to get to the tail light. Or not. I don't know. Maybe I overthink things too much. Granny MILF there. There's a granny MILF there for you, Moose Tube. Is this a dude or a chick in the garden? Oh, it's a dude. Kingdom's chick. riding the bicycle, is that a mommy or is that a grandma? Pretty bad when you can't tell. It's quite common though for people to have children way late in life, like women having children well into their 40s, like, you know, the first child. I'm not talking about, you know, third, fourth, fifth child. That's always been pretty much the case. Somebody having a child, and, you know, a lady having a child in their 40s, and, you know, it's their third, fourth, fifth, seventh, you know. But in more recent history, it's women having their first child in their 40s. Like, wow, what took so long? Kingdom, that's not fair to make fun of people like that. Not making fun of, like, what the okay. What the fuck were you so busy doing that you didn't have a kid? Or at least your first kid. Much sooner. That's not fair, Kingdom. Maybe they had bad circumstances. You know what I have to say to that? Okay, you're a lady, and I don't know what you're waiting for. Those eggs aren't refrigerated. So as you get older, especially if it's your first child, you're gonna have a goofball like me. You know what I mean? I don't think that the mom should wait to have the first child. It's just my opinion. I think I'm entitled to it. I don't think it's a good idea to wait until you're into your 40s to have your first child. That's all. Well, if you do, you do. More power to you. I applaud that. You know, having a child is, well, it's not something a guy can do. Okay. So I don't care how the wackos and the kooks think that they could go change up, you know, the roles of the sexes, but one thing they're not going to do is make it where men can have children. Besides, men are weenies when it comes to blood. You know, if a guy is bleeding, it's like, oh, I'm hurt, ah. You know, I noticed, like, when my daughters are bleeding, they're not ready to pass out when they see blood. They're like, oh, blood, ooh, that hurt. They don't get, like, you know, like me, like a guy, like, oh my god, blood, you know, because if you think about it, for a guy, you know, if a guy sees blood, something's really wrong. I mean, well, if a girl sees blood, well, that's kind of natural. That's not, something might be wrong and something might not be wrong. But no need necessarily to hit the panic button immediately. I don't know. That's just my take on it. You learn things after you have kids and stuff like that you never realized before, that women don't get all sketched out when they see blood usually, you know. I'm sure there's an exception to the rule. Well, the gasoline prices are still dropping. Look at that, storms are brewing. Look at that guy, some kind of